from Sources Classes, and this is the question paper of ISS IES. We are talking about the general English question paper of 2022. Yes, it is from this year's question paper that I am showing you a part of the question paper. Now, I have been solving each of these essays, like what kind of points you can include in these essay topics. I have already solved number A, B, C, and D in my previous videos. I will be solving and focusing only on number E for today's class. So we are focusing on number 1E. Here we have to write essays on any one topic, the question that is given in your question paper, and the solution should be within 800 words. Okay, so quite a long essay, and you need to focus on what kind of points you can include. So today's topic is women's participation in sports is still a challenge in India. Okay, so what can you write over here? First of all, provide an introduction to your topic. What kind of introduction can you give? Like the status of women in India. Okay, like how they are still within the four walls of a house. You can talk about that. And of course, how it's a challenge for them to participate in sports, which is quite a stigma right now. Women in sports, even though people have reached to the Olympics, like women have reached to the Olympics, still they are not encouraged. Talk about this, that they are not encouraged to participate in sports, and that is why it is still a challenge in India. Now I'm going to tell you what points you can include apart from these things. So let's start the class. Here I have provided you with certain points, so you can just note it down, or you can just follow and have an idea of what can you write for these kind of topics. So over here I've given an introduction like sport is a major, however, largely neglected side of gender inequality today. Yes, you see, when there are men practicing for sports, we encourage them, we motivate them, like yes, you can go for it, like that we say. But when women are practicing for it, we normally say you will have to like uh, you will have to settle down one day, you will have to have a family one day, then can you continue with sports after that? So these kind of demotivating stuff we normally tell women. Even girls who love sports, we tell them no, that is not for you, it's for the boys. Cricket, if a girl has interest in cricket, we say that no, that is not for girls, that is for boys. But even we know that we have a cricket team for girls, we have for ladies, so many renowned names are there. So yes, this is a form of gender inequality that is existing today in the field of sports, which is really neglected. Sport is something which includes physical activity through casual or trained participation, which intends to improve the physical ability and skills while providing enjoyment to participant and the spectator. So, sport is something which provides enjoyment, entertainment both to the person who is actually in that field as well as to the spectator who is either watching him on the field or who is watching through the television. Okay, so both the participant as well as the spectator can enjoy this thing. There is inflation in the number of women's participation than the previous decades. Yes, you can talk about how women's participation is increasing day by day because of people thinking in a proper way, in a modern way. People are thinking, and hence women's participation is increasing day by day. But you see over here, I have mentioned that, but gender discrimination still exists with other issues such as politics and racism in sports. But if I don't talk about gender now, it's okay. Gender inequality has declined. But what about the other issues that are cropping up? Like there's gender inequality in politics, there's racism, there's politics in sports also. So you see, one issue gets solved, another issue crops up. So problem never ends. The issue of women's participation in sports is important not only due to its benefits for individual participants, but also because of the significant social and political space that the phenomenon of sports occupies in a nation, transcending the lives of individual participants into greater relevance to society as a whole. So not only it's all about like playing games and participating and gender equality, not like that. It is also contributing to physical fitness for this entire human race. And also, it is mentally making people stable because once you start playing sports, you are very much rigorous with your practice. And if you think that you will win it somehow, your game, you will win it somehow, you will definitely have more concentration. You will concentrate more, you will try to find out new ways how you can just beat your opposite team. So that these things really work, and that helps a person become very punctual in their day-to-day lives. And yes, they transcend the lives of individual participants, which is quite a great relevance to the society as a whole. As a professional, now you can give certain real life examples. You give, do not make up examples. Try to avoid those things because this is not your school essay. You can understand that. As professional speaker and author, Maria Burton Nelson has claimed that sports is a women's issue because female participation empowers women, thereby inexorably changing everything. Cricket in India exemplifies this tension because it is strongly associated with feelings of patriotism and women are underrepresented. So, when we are talking about cricket in India, it actually focuses on men's cricket, right? As I was giving you all the example of how cricket is always glorified as as a men's game, right? As men's game, as a man's game rather. But we never associate it with a woman's game. Like we associate cricket with the feelings of patriotism, but we never associate that patriotism with females. We always associate patriotism with males. So that shouldn't be done. The glory and attention that cricket receives in India is limited to men's cricket, which I was just now discussing. There are great disparities in opportunity and recognition between men and women in cricket. Obviously, disparities means differences. Women's cricket occupies a small and almost invisible space, while men's cricket shapes Indian nationalism in powerful ways. So, whenever we are watching like cricket on an international level, we see that more coverage is given to men's cricket. Hardly we see women playing on international level. Okay, that's hardly we see. Given how important a role cricket plays in the lives of Indians, it is unfortunate that India has failed to significantly address inequality in Indian cricket. And though this inequality is very much like open to everyone, still it gets neglected. Living in the 21st century, where we have devised the technology to monitor reports to our bidding, there's still one aspect where we fall grossly short when it comes to progress. That's gender equality. Rant as we might, the truth is that although the world may have moved 3 inches forward since the time of the world wars, in some ways society has remained rooted to the spot because the very idea that a woman can equal a man is an abomination to many. So here once again the inequality portion is coming where, and you need to mention it repeatedly because the topic is all about the challenge of women participating in sports. Okay, hardly women can do that because neither they get the support of their family nor her husband and all that. Okay, her own family members are not supporting. What will someone from outside do to support her? Yeah, so the very idea of a woman participating in sports is still like not like digestible by many in the society. For too long, the sports industry has been dominated and reserved for men. Their justification being that women aren't really into sports that much anyway. So, mostly when asked men normally say that no, women aren't interested. That is why most of the sports industry is focusing on men rather than women. But are women ever asked about this? No, not at all. As an observer, it is easy to take in the surface value of this reality, rant and forget. Rant means like you are always protesting in your own way. Like within the four walls, you are protesting, but in reality, you cannot do it. Like in real life, you cannot do anything about that. Okay, because you're neither getting support from anyone for this protest, so you're ranting away. You are like angrily talking to yourself within the four walls that this shouldn't be done and this should be done like that. Okay, or you're writing on your Facebook page that this shouldn't be done, women should be given more opportunities, but hardly that gets that post of yours get hardly certain likes, certain comments, hardly any shares, and yeah, that gets forgotten. But for the women who have to bear this on an everyday basis, it's not a simple case of accept, forgive, and forget. They're embroiled in the eternal fight for their spot in the industry, one that is their natural right, and none of it comes close to being easy. Okay. So there are many women who are like every day they are protesting that they want to participate in sports, but hardly they are getting that support from anyone. So for them, it's really very, very difficult. And for us, it's not that difficult. People who are sitting back at home and focusing on some other career rather than sports and still ranting about sports, for them, the situation is different. And people the women who are actually interested in sports and they want to make their name in in the sports industry, for them who are not getting support, their life is really pathetic because they are like protesting each and every moment for achieving their dreams. Yeah. So these kind of things you can write, and of course give real life examples. As I have said, you can give the examples of how some women have struggled and reached that position that they are in now. And yeah, through a lot of examples, you can definitely reach 800 words. So that's it for today's class. That was a little discussion about this, and we are going to meet once again in our next classes. Till then, if you have any kind of queries, you can just post down your comments below in the comment box. And apart from this essay, I would be telling you that in Saurabh's classes, we teach for any kind of competitive exams and any kind of entrance-based exam preparation. So if you want to get guidance, if you want live lectures, recorded lectures, study materials, um, crash courses, scholarship, then doubt clearing sessions, worksheets, solve study materials from the like solve question papers from the previous years, then you can definitely join our classes. The link is given in the description box, and you can call us in the number which is provided in the description box itself. And yes, that's it for today's class. We're meeting once again in our next classes with the continuation of this question paper.